morning. My name is Jasmine Sessoms, and I am the founder and CEO of She Can Win. Thank you so much for joining us today at the first annual Shirley Chisholm Brunch. There are over 130 people watching with us right now. She Can Win honors Shirley Chisholm for being a trailblazer, a barrier breaker, and breaking every glass ceiling as the first African-American woman elected to Congress in the United States. Tomorrow marks 48 years, making her the first African-American candidate for a major party's nomination. It is in that same spirit that She Can Win was born. It is in that same spirit that we honor today's awardees, 2 women, 1 organization that truly made a difference here in our Commonwealth. Whether it be in the State House, breaking barriers, advocating and using their voice for those that have been voiceless, or an organization providing a lifeline for those really doing the work on the ground. Each of them has embodied the spirit of Shirley Chisholm. So I welcome you. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Sit back, relax. It's going to be a wonderful show. I want to give you a little story about She Can Win. Back in 2013, I started She Can Win, and I got to tell you guys, it wasn't even a thing. It was just me thinking, I want to see more women in government. I don't really know why there aren't enough women in government, and what can I do to help? I was getting my master's degree, and I had to do a case study, and 2 of my girlfriends wanted to run, but they had no clue where to start. They were like, Jasmine, you kind of know a lot of politicians. Tell me what you know. And I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know much. I only know how to raise money, but we'll figure it out. And it started in my basement. They came to my basement, and we did a very quick training class. For the things that I didn't know, like field and communications and polling, I went and found people that did. Those 2 ladies ran and they won. So then word started to spread, and they're like, Jazz, when is your next class? Yeah, it's not a class. There were just 2 girls in my basement. That's it. So it's not really a class. They were like, no, you have to keep this going. Well, the one thing I knew how to do, I knew how to fundraise. So I was like, you know what, I want it to be completely free. Anybody that wants to run, I want to be able to help them run for office. No money needed. So I started raising money. And the next class, it was 12 young ladies. And out of that 12, 5 ran, 4 won. I'll keep going now. Y'all keep clapping, I'm gonna keep going now. The next go round, we had another class, and 36 women signed up. And I was like, oh, this might be a thing. Today, we have trained over 509 women to run for office.
Greetings, She Can Win. I'm Councilmember Catherine Gilmore Richardson, here to congratulate you on hosting the 2021 Shirley Chisholm Brunch to honor deserving women who are truly making their mark in civic leadership and elected public service in our city and our Commonwealth. The work of She Can Win continues to show your commitment to real parity in public service, and your training is one of the important reasons why I am a member of Philadelphia City Council. As the youngest Black woman ever elected to City Council and the youngest woman ever elected to Council citywide, it is my honor and privilege to uplift the deserving honorees with citations from Philadelphia City Council. Congratulations to our Pennsylvania House of Representatives Minority Leader, first woman and first Black woman in the history of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives to serve in that position, and recipient of the Shirley Chisholm Award, Representative Joanna McClinton. Our Black Voters Matter leader in Philadelphia and recipient of the Crystal Bird Fawcett Rising Star Award, Brittany Smalls, and the Movement Voter Project, the recipient of the Building Bridges Award for all your dedicated work. On behalf of Philadelphia City Council, we recognize, honor, and congratulate you on the occasion of this ceremony, and thank you for your service in the city of Philadelphia. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Kitty with Kitty on Top Bartender Services, and today we are doing a special cocktail with She Can Island Citrus Rosé, and it's called Unbought, Unbossed. So what you'll need for your cocktail today, you'll have lemon juice, simple syrup. I recommend doing it at home, so you could do half water, half white sugar. We also have fresh basil, pineapple chunks, and pineapple slices for your garnish. I do have some additional fruits that I had laying around in the fridge, so whatever you have, you can use as an add-on. It just makes the drink pretty. And we also have gin. Now, if you are not a fan of gin, you can do vodka. I prefer the gin with the basil and the lemon just because it pops more. Now, for all of you who did receive the VIP, you will have this complimentary. Step one, we are going to just pick some of the basil leaves and put them into our mixing glass. Now with this, it depends on your flavor. I typically like to do 5 or 6 leaves, but even prior to doing that, I just like to release some of the oils from the basil and just tap it into the glass. Now we're going to drop our basil leaves into the mixing glass. And next we're going to throw some pineapple chunks in here. Now let's get to muddling. Now if you don't have a muddler, you can use the back of a teaspoon or tablespoon, but since I have one, we're going to use this. All right, so now that we have the citrus and the basil muddled here, we are going to start building the drink. We're going to start off with the gin. So for our heavy drinkers, we could do 2 ounces. So I'm going to do 2 ounces, but normally you could do 1.5 ounces. All right, and next will be our simple syrup, which we are just going to do 1 ounce of that. All right, and that is the simple syrup. Now remember, do this at home. Next, we have our lemon juice. We're going to do 1/2 ounce. All right, and next is the ice. All right, look how pretty that is. And now we get to shake. All right, good shake. Now we get our drinking glass and we fill that one up with ice. All right, and now we are ready to pour. All right, and now saving the best for last. Okay, so for your drink, you're just going to top it off with the She Can Citrus Island Rosé. Look how pretty this is, and it smells so good. Some of the pineapple and basil in here, I feel like I'm at the Bahamas. All right, so we are done with the mixing. So now we can make it more pretty. So we have our pineapple slices. You could just throw that in there. All right, and we have our star fruit, because remember I had it in the fridge. And of course you want to drink it, right? So straw. And if you are a non-drinker, that is okay, because we do have sample teas in those VIP boxes. So my favorite is the Moroccan mint, but there are other flavors as well. This is perfect for winter, spring, summer, fall. Cheers. And there you have it, unbought, unbossed. We would love to see your photos, so make sure you tag us, and also follow me, Kitty on Top Bartending.
Dear Katie, Movement Voter Project. A bridge is a structure built for the purpose of providing passage over an obstacle,
usually something that is otherwise difficult or impossible to cross. The Movement Voter Project identified obstacles for thousands of grassroots organizations
working to build a true democracy and move the U.S. forward on issues of economic fairness,
racial justice, immigrants' rights, women's rights,
LGBTQ rights, access to healthcare, and environmental sustainability.
And then you took the time to build a bridge, creating funding and participating in hundreds of movements around the Commonwealth.
You rose to the challenge as true MVPs, funding organizations that do the work on the ground
and touch the people. You provided resources to communities most in need, offering training and free technology so that movements would not stop.
You have remained committed to ensuring all voices are heard. You have been a bridge in our community since 2016, and then extended, strengthened, and built more bridges in 2020, one of our nation's most difficult times.
Fannie Lou Hamer once said, "Never forget where you came from, and always praise the bridges that carried us over."
The Movement Voter Project has built bridges at the intersections of social movements, grassroots communities, and elections to ensure that we build long-term progressive power and win big. We honor you today so less generations forget your impact, because you have built the bridges to carry us over.
Because of you, communities and movements can stand tall, do their work with confidence, and know we can win because of you. Congratulations on receiving the 2020-2021 Bridge Award. Sincerely, She Can Win.
I really want to thank She Can Win, especially Jasmine, for this award. And I also want to make sure to congratulate the other winners, Brittany Smalls and Representative Joanna McClinton. We are so grateful to you for this award, recognizing the contributions that the Movement Voter Project has made to She Can Win in 2019 and 2020. And we really look forward to all of the incredible work that She Can Win and Black women around Pennsylvania will do between 2021 and 2024 when we get to elect the first Black woman president of the United States.
Dear Brittany, Michelle Obama said, "There is no limit to what we as women can accomplish."
These sentiments are true when we think about great women leaders that came before us, like Crystal Byrd Fawcett,
the first African-American female state legislator elected in the United States,
who also founded the Colored Women's Activities Club for the Democratic National Committee,
where she helped African-American women register to vote.
As state representative, Fawcett introduced 9 bills and 3 amendments
on issues concerning
improvements in public health,
housing for the poor,
public relief,
and supporting women's rights in the workplace. Beyond your fierceness and sheer brilliance, there are so many parallels that we see between the lives of Crystal Byrd Fawcett
and the journey you've embarked on in the past 10 years. You have organized community events,
hosted town hall meetings for local residents, assisted with employment retention for constituents that receive public assistance,
and helped with the fight against homelessness.
And in your most recent role as Pennsylvania State Coordinator of the Black Voters Matter Fund,
you played an integral role in turning Pennsylvania blue in 2020.
You are resilient in your efforts to ensure Black and brown people vote, uniting and educating them on the importance of voting.
You've done so much in the last decade.
We are extremely proud of you. Even more so, we are proud to bear witness to your journey and support your progress.
We honor you today as a rising star because you continue to shine bright as you climb to what we know are unimaginable heights.
We echo our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama.
There is no limit to what you, as a Black woman, can accomplish.
Because of you, women and girls can stand tall with confidence
and know she can win because of you. Congratulations on receiving the 2020-2021 Crystal Byrd Fawcett Rising Star Award. Sincerely, She Can Win.
I'm extremely proud to be a representation of my ancestors during this moment. And I want to thank the beautiful ladies of She Can Win, my family who always supports me, throughout this entire journey, because it's very tireless work that we do. And sometimes we don't get to be with our loved ones because we're fighting for democracy day in and day out. And I'm appreciative of all those who stand in solidarity with me to continue on to this fight. And I'm thankful for this honor. I will not let you ladies down. I will continue to serve our community until we see the change that we really want to see.
Hi, my name is Shirley Akers. I am the owner and chef of Shirley's Home Cooking and Catering. I would like to thank She Can Win for having me here. And who is ready for some shrimp and grits? Because that is what we are making today. Okay, for my shrimp and grits, I would like to start out with some butter. And we have a big bowl of shrimp, grits, cheese. I like to put cheese in my shrimp and grits. Not everyone else does. We also have pepper, salt, and my special seasoning, which is called a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It has parsley, pepper, dried herbs, dehydrated garlic, and other spices. Today I am serving for 4 people. There are 4 cups of water, and you would like to bring that into a nice boil. Okay, so after your water is nicely boiled, you want to add a couple pinches of salt. Okay, so now we have the grits that we are going to pour in. You want to whisk it in so you don't have any lumps. You want to keep whisking. So we're going to whisk so that you don't have lumpy grits. And now we're going to add some butter. And the butter just gives it a better taste to the grits. So we're going to add half of the butter. And we're still whisking, just to make sure we have a nice consistency of the grits. So we're going to turn the grits down to medium-low so that we're not burning the pot and the hot grits doesn't bust up in your face. And now we're going to add butter to the frying pan where we will cook the shrimp. So we are going to add a half a stick of butter. All right, we want the butter to melt all the way down, and then we're going to add the shrimp. You can use cooked shrimp, you can peel the ends off, you can do it however you want. So once we add all of the shrimp in, just going to move it around a little bit with the spoon, and then we're going to add in our seasoning, which is my special seasoning. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And you can sprinkle it on. All right, so now that we have my special seasoning in, we are going to add some pepper, some black pepper. Okay, we are adding in the pepper. Keep stirring it just to make sure the top parts have gone to the bottom. All right, once we just gonna let that simmer for a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and add in some cheese. All right, so we're not gonna add a lot. And look at the grits. The consistency is great. There's no lumps, and the cheese is melted. All right, and that was the quickest meal ever. We are done. I am just gonna lay it out really pretty for you guys. As you see, there's no grits stuck at the bottom of the pan. All right, so now we are going to take the shrimp, and we are going to lay it over the grit. Now you can always pour the juice first, but I would like to lay the shrimp down, and then I'll pour some of the juice over it afterwards. We're going to pour some of the beautiful juice. For those of you who like to add cheese, and for those who don't, you don't have to, but again, I like to add some. And it will melt down. All right, and now you have Shirley's Home Cooking and Catering special shrimp and grits. And make sure to tag me if you're at home cooking your own, because I would love to see what you guys come up with. All right, and make sure you contact me to get some of my little bit of this, little bit of that special seasoning.
Dear Representative McClinton, we are not surprised, but always inspired by your gracious leadership.
Thank you for blazing a path worth following and for opening doors for women and girls who look like us.
Representative McClinton, you have broken barriers across our Commonwealth.
And like the late, great Shirley Chisholm, you have dedicated your life to bettering the lives of others. You have made history in the Pennsylvania State House by becoming the first African American and first woman to be elected as the House Democratic Caucus Chair for the 2019-20 legislative session.
And you made history again
by becoming the first woman and second Black lawmaker to serve as minority leader.
Because of you, we now know that dreams are not merely dreams,
but are visions that can be realized.
Dreams realized through strong,
smart, witty, confident, and unapologetically Black women like you. Shirley Chisholm once said,
"You don't make progress
by standing on the sidelines whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing ideas."
You have never stood on the sidelines, but have always stood up for those whose voices have been silenced. You have implemented ideas and moved the needle forward on policies that are enhancing the quality of life for residents in Philadelphia and Delaware counties.
And like Shirley Chisholm,
we know your impact will transcend time because you are a trailblazer,
barrier breaker, and glass ceiling shatterer. Because of you, women and girls can stand tall with confidence and know
she can win.
Because of you, congratulations on receiving the 2020-2021 Shirley Chisholm Award. Sincerely, She Can Win.
To She Can Win's founder, Jasmine Sessoms, and to your incredible board, I just want to thank you all because after you get off your day jobs, you work very hard, you do trainings when we're ready to campaign, you raise money to be able to write us checks, you do all the groundwork to make sure that women of color have a fighting chance to be able to serve, to be able to represent. And some of the women you've supported are in the State House, others are in council. We know someday they'll be in the United States Senate, Congress, the governor's mansion, and who knows, maybe the White House. Thank you for your hard work because you opened the door for women like me, and most importantly, we're holding it open for all the women that will come after us. Thank you.
I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. I want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors. Without you, this day could not be possible. I again want to congratulate our honorees. You guys are truly making a difference in our Commonwealth and making it a better place to live, work, and play. Thank you to Kitty and Shirley for the wonderful demonstration. Thank you to our wonderful event planner, Felicia, with High Touch Enterprises. And you, I ask you, if you can, donate today to She Can Win. Your dollars go directly towards investing in women of color running for office. Please donate at www.shecanwin.net. Have a wonderful day.